Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Ilham Kenisa binti Ilyas. I want to talk about interaction of tree graph and chart. First, we choose pie chart. What is pie chart? Let me explain to you guys. Pie chart is a type of graph that represent the data in the circular graph. The slice of pie chart show the relative size of data, and it is a type of pictorial representation of data. We choose pie chart about the sport participation in the overhead athlete population. Why we choose this topic? Because this topic is very interesting to us. Okay, second, we choose line graph. What is line graph? Line graph is display quantitative value over a specific time interval. For your information, this line graph is about the variation of consumption of three types of fast food among adults in Australia during the period 1975 to 2000. Last, we choose bar chart. What is bar chart? Bar chart is a present categorical data with rectangular bar with height or light proportional to the value that they present. The bar can be plotted vertically or horizontally, and then the bar chart, sometimes called a column chart. If you can see, this bar chart is about the detailed age demographic as they relate to level of educational in UK in 2010. That's all from me. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
Next, I will talk about the elaboration of chart. Before I start, let me introduce my name first. My name is Nurhuda binti Azni. For the first one is pie chart. This chart is about the most common sports among overhead athletes. Firstly is volleyball 30%, baseball 80%, handball 80%, and swimming is 14%. Next, for the most common sports for non-overhead is athlete, which is rugby 66%, disabled table tennis 15%, and ampute soccer is 13%. Okay, for the next chart is about line graph. The line graph gives information about the variation of consumption of three types of fast food among adults in Australia during the period 1975 to 2000. Overall, it can be seen that there was increase in hamburgers and pizza were eaten. However, the fish and chip consumption decreased over the whole period. To begin, in 1975, the number of pizza and hamburgers consumption almost stood at 5 times a year. Hamburgers consumption increased markedly from 1975 to 1985 and reached just over 80 times per year. Then it continued to rise until it reached a height of 100 times in 1995, which remained constant for the rest of the period. Similar to that, pizza consumption showed a gradual increase between 1975 and 1995 to peak at 85 and remain steady in last 5 years. In contrast, fish and chips consumption began at 100 times in 1975. Subsequently, it showed a slight fluctuation. Thereafter, it dropped sharply from 1985 until 2000 to finish at just under 40. Next, I will talk about age demographic as they relate to levels of education in the UK in 2010. Looking from an overall perspective, it is readily apparent that older people, particularly in the oldest age bracket, tended to have no or fewer qualifications. Looking first of all at younger people, precisely 27% of individuals from age 16 until 50 had no qualifications. Breaking that down further, 20% of the 60 until 24 and 35 to 50 groups had school certification and 71% had university degrees. For age 24 until 35, the numbers are slightly different, with 76% having graduated university and 15% with a school certification. Turning to the older demographics, for those aged 50 until 75, 50% had a university degree, 20% a school certificate, and 30% no qualification. This figure expanded to 72% for people over 65, with just 3% having earned a school certificate and 25% a university degree.
Now I will continue to recommendation of graph. I will explain one by one about pie chart, line graph and bar chart. For the first one is pie chart. The criteria of pie chart are graph can be created proportionally to the quantity it needs to present. This is more clear about the amount of quantity. Second, display multiple classes of data in one chart. Third, more visually appealing than other graph. This is because have variety of colors that can be choose to attract people to read. I recommend this pie chart can be used for types of food, types of educational, and types of culture. The next graph is line graph. The criteria of line graph are show data variable and trends very clearly and can help to make prediction about the result of data not yet recorded. Second, can also be display several dependent variable against one independent variable. I recommend this chart for type of spot in a year. Last one is bar chart. For this bar chart, the criteria are it display each category of data in the frequency distribution. Second, it clarify the trend of data better than the table. I recommend this for population. This is because more clearly than table. This bar chart more suitable for population.
So now I will go to the last slide, which is conclusion. So what we can be conclude is that the graph used for these three titles are appropriate and accurate to make it easier for the reader to understand. So now I will conclude one by one from pie chart, line graph, and the last one is a bar chart. So for the pie chart is a clear description of spots and this total percentage of types of spots and plates. So the next one is the line graph explains the types of fast food by year more clearly and accurately. And the last one is a bar chart is used for demographic age to show the age level more clearly. So now what can I conclude more is this graph can be used to illustrate many types of data and are not limited to the simply types such as line and bar. So this graph also used to make facts clear and more understandable. The last one is before we take any types of graph, we should choose the appropriate graph according to the title so that this graph is easier to understand.